95% of world population growth is happening in the megacities of the Third World, like Mexico City, Lagos, Mumbai, Seoul and Manila. In 1950, just 86 cities had a population of over 1 million. Today, there are over 400, and by 2015, there will be over 550. In 1950, Lagos had a population of just 300,000. By 2004, well over 13 million lived there. By 2015, it will have grown to 23 million, according to one estimate. So we've travelled to Lagos for a special report tonight on how this uncontrolled population growth has made one of the world's largest cities one of the world's largest slums. Kamian Zeram reports.
By 2050, the world's population will almost double to 10 billion. 95% of this growth is happening in places like this, the urban areas of the developing world. The population of Lagos has grown from 300,000 in 1950 to over 14 million today. An estimated 10,000 people arrive here weekly from across Africa in search of work. Many end here, mile 12. It's a massive slum close to a large bus terminal and market. At its heart is a dump that recycles drums containing toxic waste. The dangers don't discourage new arrivals who need work to survive. 11-year-old Basirat Sikuru came here with her sister when their parents died. Working all day for just 25 pence, Lagos seems to offer Basirat a bleak future. Wages have fallen so low in African cities that researchers have coined the wage puzzle, as it's so hard to calculate how people manage to survive. Lack of formal job creation is a massive problem. The UN projects that informal employment, like street hawking, will somehow have to absorb 90% of urban Africa's new workers over the next decade.
Sir, the life is very, very hard, sir. We're just suffering starvation in the country. I'm down, totally down, sir.
As in so many African cities, the pressure of population growth on a faltering economy is fueling an increase in crime and corruption. This place under a motorway intersection in the heart of Lagos is notorious. It's home to gangs of young criminals, known as area boys. There's no accommodation here. The boys simply sleep where and when they can.
There are many crew here. Many crew here, you understand? So everybody has their own crew. We used to fight each other, you know, killing each other. And most of them sell weed, you know. Many sell weed. They make money through drugs, you know. Because drugs, there's money in drugs.
There's no shortage of willing recruits to this life. Unemployment among young men in Africa is at over 23%. These area boys survive by demanding protection money from people who enter their patch. Typically, they target motorists, but anyone will do.
When you're on the streets, when you're collecting money, if people say no, they're not going to give you money, what do?
I fight them. Some give me, some don't give me.
Over the next quarter of a century, the urban population of Afranasia will double. This is creating increasing numbers that are becoming known as mega slums. One of the biggest mega slums is a jungle right here in Lagos. In 1972, it contained 90,000 people living on 8 square kilometers of land. Today, 1.5 million live here. The population explosion is putting massive pressure on land here. People build in the most squalid of landscapes.
Let me correct an impression. This place was not a refuse dump. What we have seen here is the collective struggle and effort of various individual members living in this community to get a space for themselves to live. A product of the entire neglect of the state in building houses for everybody in this community.
The residents here have used the rubbish that litters the landscape as landfill to reclaim this area from the swamp. Most of the refuse is from people's homes, but dangerous hospital waste is found here too. Many slum settlements across the globe have no clear legal status, so residents live in constant fear of eviction. In Lagos, this anxiety was dramatically realized when in 1990 bulldozers were sent in to clear the neighboring slum of Morocco, making over 300,000 people homeless instantly.
As a fellow slum neighborhood, everybody felt the jitters that where is going to be the next place? Are we going to be the next place?
With the basic necessities so hard to obtain, a Darwinian survival of the fittest culture is now developing in these cities. Those unable to help themselves are either rejected by society or left to the mercy of others. Here in a jungle area, charity has been set up to care for the destitute and insane. Its founder, Concern Felicia Martins, has no medical or psychiatric training, but now cares for over 140 patients, including children and infants.
God used to show me the lunatic in my dream, and I would see them crying for help, asking me to come and assist them.
This woman was admitted yesterday.
You've got some people chained. Why do you have some people chained up?
So people who has been...
You've got chains.
Oh, okay. You see, there are 2 reasons to chain them. One, we have to stop them from escaping while they are still sick. 2, some are well, but they have not gotten the sense that the road, the street is not the best for them. They still wish they go back to the street.
Release from the Society for the Safety of the Insane and Destitute is at the sole discretion of Mrs. Martins.
When people are insane, more or less, animals are better than they are.
By 2020, Lagos will be at the heart of a massive West African conurbation, with a population equal to the eastern seaboard of the United States. By then, it may be the biggest single footprint of urban poverty on Earth. The UN Population Fund has issued a stark warning, the unprecedented move to cities taking place across the world. If we plan ahead, we'll create conditions for a stable world, they say. If we don't find education, jobs and houses for people in cities, then these populations will become destructive to themselves and us.